pocket. The Dr. Atlas Foundation has been around 20 years now. We do fundraisers, and the good people of Staten Island, God bless you, the good people of Staten Island and collectively around the New York tri-state metropolitan area donate to the foundation, and that's where it comes. And each gym actually costs $50,000 each to subsidize and to run. And one of the good people amongst us here is a man who actually is the director of the Dr. The full name of the gyms is the Dr. Atlas Cops and Kids Gyms. We get help from the cops, and they volunteer their time. And the man who directs the gyms happens to be here. He's a former New York City detective. He's a very good man. He's very important to my foundation. He's a partner in my foundation. His name is Pat Russo. He's right here, and he does a heck of a job. So since we got that out of the way, let me say this. I'm here the same reason why these good people and all these good people are here. I care about Staten Island. I care about the problem we have. I care about the young lives that are being impacted. I'll go further, that are being destroyed by this epidemic that is on Staten Island right now. So when you care about something, you got to do something. And I came here, small thing, but I was asked to come here and give my small contribution in a way that I could. First thing I want to do before I say just the words from my heart and my mind, I jotted down a card here last night. I knew I'd be here. And I just want to say this. I would simply like to ask the kids, obviously the people that have been impacted by drugs, I would like to ask you, what would you do if you had someone who continually controlled you, told you what to do, hated your parents, alienated you from your friends, made you not care about school or success or a future, made you sick, made you cry, made you hate yourself, took away your looks, locked you in a room, made you forget how beautiful a sunset or how promising and inspiring a sunrise is. Or if they stop people from ever saying they love you, or if they cut out your tongue so you could never say it back, what would you do with that person? You would kick their, you know what? I'm at a church. I can't say the word. But you would beat the crap out of them. You get them the heck away from you. Let's talk about kicking heroin's you know what. I don't need cards for what I'm about to say because I know it very well. It's in my heart, it's in my experience, it's in my life. I'm a fighter. I'm in the boxing business. That's all I know. Been in the boxing business all my life. We're in a fight. Forgive me, but I keep things pretty simple. I look at life as a fight. You have days, you have months, you have years. In boxing, you have rounds. No two rounds are the same. No rounds, one after another, guaranteed be as good or as bad as the round before. Sometimes you lose a round, and then you win the next round. Sometimes you get dropped, and then you pull yourself up and you get up. Yeah, for me, I keep it simple. Life, boxing are the same. It's a fight. The question here is, what do you fight for? You fight for your identity, you fight for your family, you fight for your children, you fight for a purpose, you fight for a feeling, you fight for success, you fight for dignity. That's the only question. The question is not, are we in a fight? Question is, what do you fight for? I'm going to tell you a secret. After 40 years in the boxing business, and I've been very blessed. I've worked with 17 world champions. People tolerate me. Maybe some of you guys even do. They tolerate me on ESPN for 20 years to broadcast the fights. I've been very blessed. If I have discovered anything about the secret of winning fights, it's this. And it's the same thing with the fight that we're talking about today. The fight to get drugs out of our young people's lives. Here it is. And those young people out there, please, please, please listen. When the moment comes in a fight, when the pressure comes in a fight, the moment of truth, with pressure in a fight comes lies. I'm telling you, whether it's the pressure and the smog and the fog of drugs, or it's the pressure and the fear of facing what you have to face in the ring with another man in front of you trying to get to you, trying to hurt you. It's pressure. It's fear. And what comes with that pressure is lies. That's what it takes to be a world champion. I learned that many years ago and was blessed enough to help a tiny bit with world champions I work with. Separate the truths from the lies under pressure, because pressure distorts things. Pressure lies to you, but it distorts everything. It distorts time. When you're in a fight and that moment comes and you're in a fight, the only difference, your opponent's name isn't Pacquiao or Mayweather. Your opponent's name is Heroin. And when you're facing Heroin, when you're in that fight, that moment comes, the pressure comes, you think that it's going to last forever. Yeah. Whatever's bothering you, whatever is the difficult thing that makes you choose the heroin over life, over other things that are there to choose. And there's always other things to choose, but you forget. You forget there's other things to choose. That's what the pressure does. It lies to you. It makes you forget there's nothing else to choose from. And it makes you think that that moment, whatever's difficult in your life, and I know it's difficult, whatever's difficult in your life, you think it's going to last forever. It's going to last for a minute. It's going to last for a moment. It's going to last for an instant. But what you do in that moment will change your life forever. Fighting, listen to these words, please. Quitting is harder than fighting. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean, Mr. Atlas? When you fight and you're throwing punches and you're standing there, that's hard. That's hard. Quitting, you just lay down. You know, that's easy, right? You give up. You put a needle in your arm. That's easy. No, it's not. That's hard. Because you have to live with the results of that for eternity. Fighting, it's over in a minute. It's over in a moment. It's done. Win or lose. You made a decision. You controlled your life. You controlled your destiny, your fate. You stood up. It's over. It's done. You won. When you quit, it's never over. You live with regret forever. That's difficult. That's hard. And that's the magic, if it's such a thing. It's so simple. That's the magic I'm here. That's the love I'm here to give you. Please, that in a fight, don't believe the lies. push them away. Fight for that minute, for that moment. Give yourself a chance to see the truth. The truth that it's in your control. It is. It is. It's your choice until you make it not your choice. No matter what's going on, and I don't in any way minimize how you feel and the problems and how large they feel and how hurtful they are. I don't minimize that, not at all. But at the end of the day, what you do in that moment, it's not the heroine's choice. I know that they talk about it calls to you. It calls your name. It's not the heroine's choice. It's your choice. God gave you that ability. Nature gave you that ability. Whatever you believe in. It's your choice until you take it and say it's not your choice. Heroin doesn't go in to your chest and pull that ability to make a choice out of you. You do. You make the decision to give it up. Let's say that today we start making the decision to fight back. All of us collectively, because we're all in this together. All of it. One hurts, we all hurt. Let's make that choice that we're going to fight. That when that moment comes, when that pressure comes, we're going to realize maybe something we didn't think about before. That it is only a moment. It is only a moment. And we're going to fight. We're going to fight for that moment. And the moment's going to pass and we're going to be a winner. But we can't be a winner if we give in during that moment. Because once you give in that moment, as I said before, you have guaranteed an eternity of regret. No more regret. Let's have triumph. Let's have success. Let's have the will to win. Let's say, today we start fighting back. We take control of our choices, our youth. The decisions are ours. We help people that need help. We're there to remind them that we're there with you for that moment. We'll stay with you for that moment. But be strong. Push away the lie and find the truth. God bless you all.